What's up, you guys? Pongroomproductions coming back at it with another movie review. And we just saw Killers of the Flower Moon, and we're going to talk about it. This is going to be a spoiler review since the movie's been out for a couple days, a week.
A week, I
Yeah,
think.
we're a little late on that. It's a super long movie, and
3.5 hours.
3.5 hours. I used the restroom twice.
I stuck it out for the whole. I couldn't believe it, but I stuck it out for the whole movie.
The entire movie, not a single bathroom break.
And I'll get into it after you start off the ball.
Alrighty, so right out the gate on a 1 to 10 scale, I don't like half numbers, but I got to give it a half number.
We're going half numbers?
I'm gonna go
I
half
like it.
Number. I'm going to give it a 6.5 for entertainment value.
Says your overall score.
Overall score 6.5.
You know what? I don't even have to go half. I'm going 6.
6
I'm going
means 6.
Yeah,
Okay.
6. I know everything is still settles on
Okay.
6 with me, but
We're still close. So
we're close.
to me, it was just too long. Refilled the popcorn twice.
Self-indulgent movie.
We'll
We'll get into that.
we're gonna talk details. We're gonna he's gonna trash.
It's gonna be a
trash
lot of
talk
brutality on this
incoming.
movie. Yeah, incoming.
They could have shaved an hour off.
At least.
At least an hour. They could have started right at them getting married. I feel they didn't really need to give backstory on.
You could have had backstory, but just cut here, cut there. I mean, I'm not an editor, but good God, man,
They could have done something.
It's just too much. It's too long.
They infiltrated basically and married into money, and they started killing off people who the money was going to go to.
Yeah, he married her for the money, but he really loved her. Blah blah blah.
Blah blah blah.
It's like a true crime story crossed with a love story, crossed with Martin Scorsese violence. You know, although it wasn't really. Oh man,
We're good. Okay.
Darth Vader over
We're
here.
Darth Vader.
Right.
It's happening.
No, more. It
That's
sounds more
better.
like Kylo Ren when he has his mask on. Yeah.
All right, so Leo did fine. I liked his acting.
Go ahead.
De Niro was,
De Niro.
He was.
He was Robert De Niro.
He was Robert De Niro
with a little bit of an accent, but
playing the bad guy, of course.
I mean, not even that it's of course, because but putting it like this, he does Robert De Niro face the whole movie, the frown,
movie,
the
the whole
freaking
movie.
Robert De Niro frown, the whole movie. It's just obnoxious.
He was,
it's been 40 some years of this. I mean,
he
come
was
on.
just manipulating everyone to do what he wanted to do, and then was without saying it but implying it, marrying in the money, and then it'll come our way through inheritance. That's the whole plot of the movie.
And look, I look at it from this way: like, I didn't care.
Really?
I didn't care that he was the villain. I didn't care that Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo
Sorry,
DiCaprio.
Freudian slip. It's just I just didn't care about the woman, and I'm so embarrassed to say I didn't catch her name, and we're not doing our due diligence here, but she's great acting all around.
She did good.
Good acting. I think Robert De Niro was just doing nothing really.
Think he was
just
phoning it in?
Just phoning it in as usual. Not as usual. I shouldn't be crapping on him too much. I mean, it's Robert De Niro, but.
He wasn't in it as much as you would think.
Maybe.
He was in a good bit, but he wasn't just in every scene. He popped up when he needed to pop up, to play the bad guy.
I gotta say, like the kind of the thing that really irks me is like the sacred cows of Robert De Niro and Martin Scorsese. Just Robert De Niro. I don't know. I don't want to say he's an overrated actor, but he's an overrated actor.
Ooh,
yeah, I know.
Big claim.
And look, it's a sacred cow because Robert De Niro is a great actor. He's done great movies, but man, it just was not a great performance in my opinion.
Okay.
And Martin Scorsese,
he does make an appearance.
He's made great movies, some of the greatest movies of all time.
But
just the fact that he's like, no, we're making it 3.5 hours. It's like, okay, strike one. And strike two, he makes a cameo at the end. He's the big drama. It's just like, dude, you got to put yourself in the movie.
He had
too.
the closing line, actually.
He had the closing
line.
line.
He was the last person to speak and be seen.
And he's been in a bunch of his own movies. Like he'll like make it like in not in Mean. Was he in Mean Streets? No, what was it? Taxi Driver. He has the scene in Taxi Driver.
Classic with De Niro, also.
Yeah. That's
But
when Robert De Niro was really trying hard
yeah,
to be a good
yeah,
actor. Was
yeah.
actually trying.
Now
And
he's just
he's
no
just like, I'm
matter
gonna make my dumb face,
no
my
matter what he
frown.
does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my frown, and that's that. You know.
What do you give this 1 to 10 rewatchability?
Oh God.
I give this rewatchability. I'm gonna go with a 1. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
with a 1.
Could you? I mean, you'd have to put a gun to my head to make me watch it
Yeah, I
again.
wouldn't want to watch
I
this
got to go
again.
1, maybe even 0.
Just because it's an open and shut case. It's for the money. We understand. Uh, it's not like they were crazy kills or
It's
nothing.
and
It was
not even
just
that. It's like, and also like this. You know, it just wasn't like there was no shots or like scenes that was like, wow, that was breathtaking. And that was
yeah.
beautiful.
It
And
was
that was
a pretty.
amazing.
It was pretty
It was
basic.
like whatever. It's like an ugly, ugly dirt town and
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. But nothing was like, there's no scenes that
There
were memorable to
there wasn't a
me.
crazy master plot either. It's not like they were like, well, we have insurance and no, that's going to be the fall guy and then it won't come
Yeah.
back to us.
And not just that, like you're like watching a movie, like, okay, let me try to remember this guy's name and that person's name. And it's just like I don't even want to expend the energy
It's like
to remember these names because I don't like the movie.
it's I mean when like basically at the second hour of the movie they finally get an investigator from the Bureau of Investigations.
I guess the beginnings of the FBI.
The FBI, yeah. And they pretty much solve the crime in like I don't know how long, but it
Took
didn't,
them like 2 minutes.
It didn't
yeah.
seem like it was that long. They were
It
just
wasn't
like,
that complicated.
bing
guys,
bang
yeah.
boom, we're all in court, we got everybody.
I will say this: the character actors in the film, the people doing the the small roles were really good actors. Like they did a really good casting. Like they looked like from that era, whatever that like real grizzled and everything. So,
Okay.
but yeah, man, 6. I could even go lower if I was I'm just
You already said it. You can't go
I already
lower.
no I'm just saying I'm gonna stick with 6 just because out of respect, I guess to Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro.
You don't
but
like Martin Scorsese.
ever since the Marvel thing, ever since he crapped on Marvel and he hadn't even seen it, and I think he admitted in the article I've never watched it.
So he's never seen from Iron Man 1, the Inception.
I don't think he's watched
all
and the
the way
Russo
to
brothers.
Endgame.
It was a whole I don't know maybe there's been a resolution to it. Maybe he did watch them or something, but I remember the Russo brothers, who directed a bunch of the movies. They were upset. They're like, he didn't even watch it. Like, just watch it first
Right.
before you judge it.
Yeah,
And
true. He just threw it away. Like they spent a lot of money and time.
Yeah, exactly. And those are great movies too.
Years of
Yes.
interwoven storyline.
Yeah,
Like, that's
yeah.
never been done before. Sequels,
not,
of
not with
course.
like 20 films.
Yeah,
probably
trilogies
not,
and
yeah.
such. But maybe
Yeah.
I guess you can maybe say Fast and Furious was
Yeah.
going, but they were like, all right, guys,
Fast and
come
Furious,
on,
400
no,
movies.
yeah, coming out with 11
And
soon.
there's a lot of great things about the Marvel films, and it's
Well,
like
hold on, we're getting
we're getting all
sidetracked.
my bad.
I know-
6, 1, the end.
That's it.
What else is there to say?
You got to talk about the plot. This is a spoiler.
Screw the plot.
You don't
Watch the trailer. You get the movie.
And
It's
then-
simple.
And then that's it. Bing bang boom. Killers of
Yeah.
the Flower Moon.
Thumbs down.
Should have been 2 hours.
Should have been 2. I'll let you go to 2.5. But yeah, 2 to 2.5 hours. It could have been cut in half.
We basically got there when there was sunlight, and we got out, and
Oh my
the
God.
sun was down. And
I was checking my watch. Yeah.
I checked my watch twice.
I checked my watch, and I had it like the mode where it's
Yeah.
like the cinema mode, so it's not all bright to be
If,
polite. But I still checked it.
There were a couple reviews. They were saying, "Oh man, you got to get every detail to know exactly what happened." I don't think
You really don't.
You really don't.
You'll
You can-
you'll pick it up easily. You can go to the bathroom 10 times.
Yeah,
you'll
you
get
can
it.
kind of phone it in, and you
Yeah,
know what
it's-
happens.
And I'm not going to a Martin Scorsese film to get like a whodunit. I want to see just
That's
great
one thing.
acting, great scenery, great cinematography or whatever. Soundtrack was.
That's one thing I did want to get into. I thought there was going to be a little bit more of like this master plot, and you'll never catch them. It'll be so hard to explain, and then they finally found out, like, oh man, but it was a simple open and shut case,
And it was based on a true story. I'd rather fictionalize it.
little
Make
bit.
something more, make it more interesting with a fictionalized. I don't know. I don't know. No, I didn't like it. Did not like it. 6 is probably too high a score, but I'll stick with 6.
I'll double down and take away my half point.
Damn.
Give it a 6.
So wait, we are going backwards.
We're gonna go.
Tell you
back.
what, 5. Throwing at a 5 then. 5 and
All right.
a 6.
5 and a 6.
5 and a 6.
All right, that's it.
Rewatchability,
Oh,
whatever.
1.
One.
If
Th-
only
if
because
even that.
yeah, only because we have to give it 1 to 10. It would
It can't be a 0?
no 1 to 10.
So that's the rule? No zeros?
No zeros. No zeros. They made the movie. We saw it once. It's got to get 1.
But rewatchability, though.
It's a.
0 indicates do not watch this again. I'm sticking with 1 because, like,
I'll
yeah,
stick with
sure.
1.
If you have nothing to
Yeah,
do
I'll
for
stick
3.5
with 1.
hours
I'm
and you want to
sticking
kill
with
some
1.
time, I'll say 1. Okay.
That's it, guys. Killers of the Flower Moon. If you did go
Thumbs
see
down.
it, tell us how many times you used the bathroom in the comments down below.
How many times did you go to the back? How many times did you check your phone or your watch? And
All right, guys. What's your favorite Martin Scorsese movie? And is Mike justified? Is Martin?
a lot of anger here, and I apologize for that, but it's coming from a real place.
Is Scorsese and De Niro? Are they the bad guys in the current movie industry?
It's just, I think they're just a little too full of themselves. Maybe
We'll end it on that.
We'll end it on that.
All right, guys. Subscribe. We're trying to break 100 subscribers and get some more views. Comment down below, please.